And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Sanchez versus Nesbitt, step forward, please.
25-year-old Jacqueline Sanchez is suing her brother, 24-year-old Joshua Nesbitt, for the cost to fix her Land Rover after he wrecked it.
Miss Sanchez, the defendant is your brother. You and your kids were staying with him for a period of time in Florida. It is your claim he borrowed your car, had an accident, and didn't pay for the damages to the car.
That's right, yes.
Give me the make and model of your car.
It's a 2002 Discovery Land Rover.
When did you purchase it?
We bought it in November 2006.
Who bought it?
My husband and I.
Is there a loan out on the car?
There is, yes.
What's left on the car?
A little over $14,000.
There's a loan out on the car. You had to have insurance.
We did have insurance, yes.
And?
The insurance that we had, it covered the other party's car and liability, but it didn't actually cover our vehicle.
It has to. You have to have collision insurance if you have a loan outstanding on the car. Ms. Sanchez?
It didn't.
Then you did something in violation of the law if you didn't have collision.
When I got the insurance coverage, I just asked what we needed, and that's what they gave us. I didn't...
No, I don't believe that at all.
Okay.
I don't believe that at all. Now, whenever you have a loan outstanding on a car, you have to have insurance. You have to have liability and collision so that the car can be completely covered. You have a letter there from the people to whom this $14,000 is owed?
No, because we've still been making the payments on it.
You have your insurance policy?
I do, yes.
I want to take a look at it. Let me see proof that you've been making payments on the car.
I don't have any proof that we've been making payments on it.
Who's the loan maker on the car?
CarMax Auto Financial.
Well, your brother's defense is that he knew that you had money outstanding on this car. He had an accident with the car. He assumed it was covered, right?
Yeah, I mean...
I would have assumed it was covered.
In the state of Florida, the law is...
I know what the law is in the state of Florida. I'm a resident of the state of Florida. I'm speaking. You see my mouth moving? Don't interrupt me. You have to have collision insurance if you have a loan. So while I'm going to hear the case, I'm not making any award until I see proof that you've continued to make payments on the car up until the 1st of this month.
Okay.
When did you have the accident?
The accident was on July 28th, 2009.
Was it your fault?
Technically, it was
I don't want to hear technically. I asked you if it was your fault.
Yes, it was my fault.
After the accident, what conversation did you have with your sister?
Well, I called my sister and I informed her that I was just in a car accident with her car, and the first thing she told me was that she didn't have collision on her car, which I was under the assumption that it was. So, I mean, I never would have gotten into the car and taken it for a drive in the first place if I didn't know that it didn't have collision on it.
Tell me about the fault aspect of this accident.
Well, I was driving up to West Palm and...
To do what?
I was going to court.
For what?
It was a
DUI?
Reckless driving case. Excuse me?
Reckless driving and DUI?
Yes, but that case got thrown out. That case got thrown out because I wasn't in the wrong. They gave me a breathalyzer and I was under the legal limit, so they threw out the case. And that's why I didn't get charged with it.
Great. How do you think I knew that that's what you were on your way to court about?
Because you're a judge, I'm sure you can look up all my information.
I didn't look up a thing. I just knew. When was the last time you made a car payment?
Our car payments are due on the 18th. We haven't made one yet for this month, but...
But you made one in October?
Yes.
And one in September?
Yes.
And August?
No.
Why not?
Because I was stuck in Florida, they gave us an extension on it.
And how much is the damage on the car?
The estimate I got was for $6,250.
Let me see it. You have pictures of the car?
I do, yes.
Do you have any other defense to this action, sir?
The only information I got is, while she was staying with us, her children and her caused damage and made a mess in the house.
Show me.
Oh, unfortunately, before I knew I was coming to court for the case, I had to hire a maid service to come clean my entire house. So I just brought that information with me.
Why didn't you clean the house yourself?
Because a lot of the things I didn't have the right kind of equipment to clean, like
all you needed your 2 hands and a rag. Mr. Nesbitt, I'm not going to torture you any further, sir. Sadly, as between your sister and you had the accident.
Correct.
The accident was your fault. So as between you and your sister, you're responsible for the damage. I'm not comfortable with your sister's claim that she has been making payments on this car. I'm not comfortable with that at all. So provisionally, I am entering a judgment in the amount that she requests. And when we receive proof by virtue of canceled checks and a statement from CarMax that she was current with her payments, then I will enter a final judgment in her favor for $5,000. Do you understand?
I do, yes.
Perfect. That's all.
Ernest Hunter is suing fellow motorist Jason DeLeo for pepper spraying him during an incident of road rage. Jason claims Ernest came after him with a crowbar.
Order. All rise. Yes, case number 542 on the calendar in the matter of Hunter versus DeLeo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Judge Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Mr. Hunter, it is your claim that the defendant in an act of road rage maced you. Mr. DeLeo says that he was defending himself because you were actually attacking him, and he's counterclaiming for having him falsely arrested. So why don't you, Mr. Hunter, let's start from the beginning. On what date did this happen?
20th day of April.
What were you driving?
My 1500 Chevy pickup truck.
What time of the day was this?
8 o'clock in the morning, Your Honor.
Describe to me what happened, Mr. Hunter.
As I got to the 2nd Avenue in Glenwood, Mr. Delaney was behind me, and as the light changed to green, he honked his horn, and he proceeded to pass me. So I'm going to work, so I don't want nothing to hold me up, so I proceeded back in front of him.
All right, so now let's stop a little bit so that we make it crystal clear what happened, Mr. Hunter. You were in front of Mr. DeLeo.
Yes.
There was a light.
Yes, ma'am.
The light changed. According to you, you weren't moving fast enough, so he honked his horn.
That's correct.
He came around and passed you.
Yes, ma'am.
Got in front of you.
That's right.
Then you came around and got in front of him.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now you're in front of him.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, now I'm in front of him, and he cannot come back in front of me because
he couldn't come in front of you?
He couldn't, no, ma'am. Well,
why?
Thank you. Recently here, they started changing the golf course to one lane, making it accessible to bikes to ride on the side of the road.
So now you're in a single lane, and
yes,
he's
ma'am.
behind you?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
And I proceeded to the next major traffic light, which was Canada, where the accident happened in Glenwood. And he came up on the left side of me, on my side of the truck, and proceeded.
Just a minute. He came up on your side of the truck so that there's a passenger seat in between the two of you?
Correct.
Fine. So there's a passenger seat in his car.
Yes, ma'am.
In between the two of you.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Okay. As he was yelling, what's your problem? I happened to turn and look over that way. He had his arm over across the passenger seat and let down the window about so much. And he started spraying me with mace, or pepper spray they call it. And that's the stain of how intensely it was on my shirt.
I'm not interested in looking at your shirt, sir. I have no idea what that is.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I have no idea what that is. So you're telling me he sprayed something at you, but from his side, over the passenger side, in between your two cars, and he sprayed something at you.
Correct.
And then what happened, Mr. Hunter?
Okay, and now I proceeded to try to get out of his way, a stream of fire. He just kept spraying it, and I started feeling around in my truck, which I know I had some tools up under my seat. So I came out my truck when he kept on spraying me, but the light changed, and I couldn't make it to him.
You're missing a whole big piece there, Mr. Hunter.
I came out my truck.
But first you got something from your truck.
Yes, yeah.
What did you get from your truck, Mr.
Something
Hunter?
to stop him from spraying.
What did you get from your truck?
A trailer hitch.
And show me with your hands, how big is that?
It's about that long.
And what's it made of?
It's made of steel.
So you bent down, you got yourself a big piece of metal, you got out of your car in order to get away from him.
Yes.
I'm just following you.
Okay.
You got out of your car in order to get away from him.
Yes.
And?
I couldn't get away from his hands, so I proceeded.
How about just pulling your car away?
It's a red light there, Your Honor.
No, so you just left the car at the red light, you got a big metal pipe and went up to him.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
what you were going to do.
That's
what
right.
were you going to do when you got to him, Mr. Hunter?
Knock that can out of his hand.
Knock the can out of his hand?
That's correct.
How were you going to do that? By poking through his window?
If I can get my eyes open, I would have tried to hit, but I couldn't get my eyes
You know,
open.
I'm having a difficult time believing you, Mr. Hunter.
Yeah.
Very difficult. Okay. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good. So you're outside of the car with the pipe.
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened next?
and he would see the light change, and I did get a glance of his hand, but by the time I swung, it accidentally hit his back glass, and he left, he pulled off.
Now, why don't you tell me what happened, Mr. DeLeo?
Okay, ma'am, I was...
Because you have a counterclaim, and that counterclaim is for false arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
The expenses. I was behind him at a red light. He paused and turned green, so I kind of toot nothing, you know.
All right, so you honked the horn. That's just ridiculous.
Well,
go ahead. Keep going.
So I made a right turn in front of the guy. At that point...
Now, just a second. Why did you do that, sir?
I'm
just asking you a question.
No problem. I was going to work. I was in a hurry. So but I did very civilized. I right side of his thing, put a blinker on, got in front of him. At that point, it goes from 2 lanes to 1 lane. And that's when he passed me, almost running me off the road. And that kind of irked me a little bit. So we pull up next to the red light. I'm on the left, he's on the right. Not a beautiful spring day. Our windows are down. Looked over at him and said, "What are you doing? You could have caused a wreck. What are you doing?" And we're still bickering back and forth.
Just a second. You're screaming inappropriately at each other.
Yeah, like 2 school kids, you know, immature.
I got it.
So I said something to the effect of, "You crazy old fool, you're going to kill somebody." And he says, "You crazy old fool, I'll show you crazy old fool." And he's rummaging down on his floor for something. At that point, I'm getting kind of defensive. I mean, you know, so I had a mace in my hand, and he came up, took his belt off, came out of the car, and then he proceeded to raise it. The light turned green. I took off, and it smashed my window so hard that he put a hole in my door.
How did he get maced?
What do you mean?
How did he get mace in his face?
When he was coming out,
you left out that part of your story.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, it was when he came out of the car. I wanted to repel him, so as he had the pipe in his hand, I maced him.
Where was he standing when you maced him?
Between our cars.
Between your cars?
Yes, ma'am. It was like 5 feet gap between 2 cars at a red light.
So he was standing next to the passenger side of your car?
Yes, ma'am, he did, with a pipe in his hand. And he hit my car so hard, I have photographs of that.
I'd like to see where he hit your car.
He put a hole in my door, middle door, that I have to bond to it now.
I'd like to see, just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to see where it was hit.
And of course, the back window is shattered. So you see the dent in that car, how...
Just a second. Is this the passenger door?
Rear passenger door, yes, ma'am.
Rear passenger door.
Ma'am. When the light turned green, I stepped on it to get out of there, and he didn't have the angle to get my door.
I'd like to see the police report, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Ernest Hunter says fellow motorist Jason DeLeo pepper sprayed him during an incident of road rage. Jason is countersuing for car damages and a false arrest.
All right, now, Mr. DeLeo.
Yes, ma'am.
The story that you told the police was somewhat different from the one you just told me.
How so?
Very easy. You advised the police that Mr. Hunter, at the light, began to undo his seatbelt, and that's when you sprayed him.
Well, that was my indication. He's coming out.
That's when you sprayed him while he was still in his car. Then you said you sprayed him 2 more times once he got out of the car with the crowbar.
Right.
But you told the police that you sprayed him because you were at the light screaming at each other like 2 idiots. And then he undid his seatbelt and was probably going down to get a crowbar.
Which is showing.
Just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
But he hadn't been down there to get the crowbar, Mr. DeLeo, because otherwise he wouldn't have gotten sprayed in the eyes, which he was sprayed in the eyes. Sprayed in the eyes, according to the police. So what you said to the police was accurate, or what you're telling me is accurate. Those are 2 different things, sir.
Right, I understand that. When he was making the gestures to go down on to the floorboard, he came back, undid his belt. At that point, to stop the action happening,
stop the action happening, you take off in your car.
But there's a red light, there's crossing traffic. I mean, I would love to have done that, but I mean, this guy was going to part my hair with a crowbar, and I didn't want that to happen.
Why don't you roll up your windows?
How's that going to break?
Why don't you roll up your windows, Mr. DeLeo?
He would have broken my window.
No.
There's no doubt that he got out of his car with a pipe. He admitted to that.
Mr. DeLeo, you were arrested.
Yes, ma'am.
And subsequently, the charges
were dropped.
Yes,
ma'am.
And had you filed a complaint against Mr. Hunter?
No, I did not.
Then you did not.
No, ma'am.
Mr. Hunter.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe that he maced you before you got out of your car.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I do. And he has to pay for that.
Thank you.
I also think that you were a bit of an idiot to respond to him by getting out of your car instead of locking yourself into your car and pulling away by bending down and getting this crowbar that just happened to be in the front seat of your car and getting out and smashing his car. That's not a response.
No, ma'am.
But I believe he maced you first. Judging for the plaintiff for the amount of $2,500, and Mr. DeLeo, your counterclaim's dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It's just our testosterone.
It was upsetting somebody to spray you.
We're grown men. We should know better.
Oh, I never had nothing burn so bad in my life.
But we didn't, and this transpired.
Tried water just make it worse and worse.
And we're both a little sorry that happened.
Just stay calm and don't feed into the fire.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Hollis versus Parisi, step forward, please.
Cameron Hollis is suing his ex-girlfriend, Heather Parisi, for loans to buy new furniture and the return of 2 cable boxes.
Mr. Hollis, this used to be your girlfriend. You claim she owes you some money for furniture that you purchased for her.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no question, Ms. Parisi, let's start out with this. Now, there's no question that Mr. Hollis paid for the furniture.
Correct.
When did he pay for the furniture for you?
Mid-January.
Now, at that time, Mr. Hollis had been out of your apartment for how long?
A month.
Well, he had been out of the house at your request because you had him taken out by the police.
Yes.
And you had a protective order?
Yes.
So in January, you paid the rent by yourself?
Correct.
When did you first speak to Mr. Hollis after you paid your rent alone in January?
Within a day or two.
Did you call him or did he call you?
He contacted me.
And what did you say to him?
I don't recall what the conversation was.
What did he say to you?
He was very upset about the relationship being over.
Mm-hmm. And
that he would go to counseling and some extensive counseling and also relationship counseling, try and work the situation out.
And what did you say to him?
I just said basically trial and error. I have to see before I believe.
And?
I honestly haven't seen a change in anything.
Well, so when did you see him again?
Approximately a week before he purchased the furniture.
Now you tell me, Mr. Hollis, what she said to you when you went into the furniture store.
Well, first of all, it was the day before we were together. I believe it was January 12th. We stayed together that night. The next day...
Where did you stay together?
At the home.
Go ahead.
So the next day we were out messing around. We come by a furniture store. We'd seen a couch that was on sale for $999. She said, I like this couch. If you were to purchase that for me, I'll give you back the money I'm getting on the 16th from an ex-husband. So I thought about it. I mean, we were there probably 2 hours, and I thought. You know, she came across a table with $490 or something. I have the receipt here, which was on sale also. And I finally, you know, could I do anything for the woman? I told her, sure, if I'm going to get paid back, I'll do this for you. So I did purchase the furniture.
Where did you stay that night?
I stayed with her because I helped her put the furniture together. February 6th comes around. She calls me and she said, would you like to go out and do something tonight? We had a plan for that night to do something, and that's when all heck broke loose. Well,
what happened to the 16th? You didn't get your money.
I talked to her many times. She came up with excuses, you know, but she purchased a car, she purchased bed sets, she purchased new dogs during this time. That's what kind of made me mad. Like, where's all this money coming from? But you can't. She's like, well, I haven't got the money from my ex-husband. That's all from my paychecks. I told you I'd pay you when I get my money from my ex-husband. But she purchased all this other stuff. That's what kind of was ticking me off. And I was like, you know what? I think I got to go to court about this.
Mm-hmm. What happened on the 6th of February?
We were supposed to go out that night. We planned, you know, all day. We talked. She kept up to 10 o'clock at night. She was saying, I'm getting in the shower, this and that. I go by the home. She wasn't there. I know the friends she hang out with, and I know where they hang out. So I went there, you know, to talk to her. Like, you know, why lie to me? Why not just...
Where did you go?
To a bar in Portland.
Go ahead.
So I walked inside the nightclub. I saw her there, which I knew she was going to be there. And I approached her. I said, you know, can we go outside and talk? No, I don't need nothing to say to you. I was like, you were just, you know, 10 minutes ago telling me that you're in the shower. So I said, I think we should go out and talk about that. No, you can leave. And I was like, okay, well, when I was going to leave, I was drinking a beer that I purchased right then, and I poured it on her head. And to my, you know, I'm thinking, she ruined my night, I'm going to ruin hers. So I walked out. I get down the bar. I get hit in the back of the head by Miss Parisi. Then I just walked out, kept walking. Have not spent any time with her since. No, I'm sorry. It was over, you know, probably a month later, then we decided to go to dinner again.
So you went to dinner again after that?
Yes, we have been together.
Was it pleasant?
Yeah.
Did you call her afterwards?
Have I called her? Yes, we talked.
Since then, when was the last time you talked other than today?
2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Go.
In December, Mr. Hollis verbally attacked me.
I don't care. I don't care. I want to know what happened in the furniture store.
We were walking around the mall. There was a furniture store in that mall, and I had been talking about getting new furniture. And so I said that there was a sectional in there that I liked, and I was going to buy it when I got money. We went to leave. My 5-year-old and I are standing by the escalator, and Cameron says, well, if you let me sleep at your house for 3 nights, I'll buy you the furniture. Fine, be my guest. I'm not going to say no to that. I'm not stupid. And so then...
I take book on that.
Well, yeah, I've made some bad choices, but... Then I let him sleep at the house. The next morning we got up
immediately. Where did he sleep in the house?
I'm in my bed.
So you got property in exchange for sex?
No.
What happened on February 6th?
On February 6th,
Because you have a counterclaim here for assault.
I had planned out to go with my girlfriends, and I made it clear to him I had plans to go out with my girlfriends. And I was in the shower, and Cameron kept texting me that I can go out and I won't go out with him, and back and forth like that, and I can make time for my friends.
You'd already gotten the furniture, right?
Yes, correct. And then I went to the club with my friends, a club that I do not go to. I've been to 2 times in my life. And I was just sitting there enjoying the company of my friends, and then one of my friends asked if I knew the guy who was looking at us that looked crazy, and I turned and I was like, my heart dropped, my stomach dropped, immediate fear in me. He came to the table and asked me to go outside. I said, no, I'm not going outside with you. You're going to hurt me. I'm not going outside. He goes, I don't think you want your friends to hear what I have to say. I go, I don't want to hear what you have to say, but if you need to say something, say it. He goes, your friends are just going to drop you off here with some guys and just leave. I'm like, I turned to my friend. And
Ms. Parisi, don't you understand, madam, that men don't like to be made fools of? So when you say you're not stupid, and that's why you took the furniture, I think you are stupid for taking the furniture. Because if you weren't interested in Mr. Hollis, and you knew you weren't interested in him long term because you had already been involved with him long term, and you got rid of him. If you were interested in him, you would pass up going out partying with your girlfriends to spend an evening with a guy that you care about. Clearly, that wasn't the case. It was just good enough for him to lay out the money for this furniture for you. That makes you stupid. He's not entitled to pour beer over your head.
Yes,
you understand that, and you have to pay her for that. That's going to cost you $50. That's a very expensive beer because she has a counterclaim for a lot more than that. She'd like about $3,000. That's not going to happen in this lifetime. So on your counterclaim, Mr. Hollis is going to pay you $50 for his bad behavior in pouring a beer on you because he was embarrassed because you wouldn't speak to him. He, on the other hand, is going to get all the money for the furniture because I believe him, and I don't believe you. I think you're a user. $1,497. Judgment for the plaintiff, that's all.
For Lisa Ashpole for a series of unpaid loans. Lisa says the money was an attempt to win her love.
Order. All rise. Now, this is case number 156 on the calendar in the matter of Gray versus Ashpole. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Mr. Gray, you and the defendant dated briefly while she was separated from her husband. And according to your complaint, during that time you made 2 loans to her. The first loan was for an attorney, and the second was to catch up on a mortgage payment. The defendant says you never made any loans to her, but did give her money. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. When did you meet her?
It was during bowling season.
I don't know when bowling season is.
About 2001.
Excuse me?
In the fall.
Can you get any closer by, say, month?
Okay, August. How's that?
August of 2001.
Yes. And we were just friends up at the bowling alley, sitting there talking and, you know, joking around. Eventually, right around St. Patrick's Day. All right.
We're going to have a conversation here, which means you'll talk and then I'll talk.
Okay.
Did you meet her at bowling?
She was a waitress. I was a bowler. Yes.
When did you separate from your husband?
In June.
So you were separated at the time that you met the plaintiff, is that right?
No, we were friends when I was at work. So I knew him while I was still married, yes.
But in August of 2001 is when you started to date him?
No.
When?
May of 2001.
And when did you separate from your husband?
In June.
Okay. Shh. When was this loan for a lawyer?
Roughly August 2001.
Is that right?
July of 2001.
Now, I'd like you to tell me the circumstances surrounding that, sir. You're not very good at dates. Let's see if you're better at the substantive part of it.
On the lawyer? She come up to me and she was having trouble and she wanted a divorce from her husband.
But you were dating at that time?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And I had a good lawyer friend that I referred her to, and he cut her a deal and gave her half of the retainer fee. So I gave her the $750 in cash so she could go get things taken care of. And at that point, I made her understand it was still a loan to her, not a gift.
How did you make that clear, sir?
Just by talking and told her what I said.
I want you to tell me what you said and what she said.
She told me she would pay me back within a reasonable short amount of time.
She said she would pay you back?
Yes, she did.
Now, what's your version of the lawyer story?
The lawyer story is that he had
Look at me.
this great friend that worked on his divorce case, and I needed to get this started. And he gave me the money.
Now, what did you say to him and what did he say to you?
Let me give you the money. Let me help you. Let me give you the money to get it. Otherwise, where are you going to be? You're not going to have an attorney. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you. You're not going to have an attorney without any money. Let me help you. Mm-hmm. There was nothing ever about any loan.
Well, why would he give
any
you
payback?
Why would he give you that money? Why would you not expect to
He
pay
wanted
him
my
back?
divorce.
You wanted a divorce. Why?
I think actually he wanted it probably more than I did.
No. No. Why would you think that you should not pay him back?
Because I didn't, at that particular time, I did not have the means to pay him back, and he knew that. I had told him that, and then this is also about the mortgage.
Well, you didn't get to the mortgage
I know.
yet.
But I knew that I have 3 children. I'm not getting child support. I'm a working mom. I'm not going to give up my home. At one point, I even had 3 jobs to support my means.
Okay. Now tell me about the mortgage payments, sir.
Well, she was
That's
behind.
a second loan.
She was behind 3 months in her mortgage.
How did you know that?
She told me.
Where were you when she told you that?
We were probably just sitting in her bedroom.
Go ahead.
And she said she was 3 months behind. And she asked if I could help her out. And I said, yes, I can. But again, I loaned her the money. And I made the payments.
Now I'll hear you.
I have never asked him to give me money. I have never asked him to loan me money. I never asked him for anything. We might have been sitting on my bed talking, and I was venting because I was very upset. I was behind. I was not getting any help from my husband that had moved out. But I had never asked him for anything.
You told him that you were 3 months behind in your mortgage payment. How did he pay the mortgage payment?
Actually, I was paying bills, writing things out.
On the bed?
Because I had it out, right. I was paying my other bills that I could afford to pay. I could not afford to pay this. He took the statement out of my hand, picked up the phone, and made a check over the phone to pay the mortgage. And I was telling him,
Is that
no,
right, sir? You paid
please
it over
do
the
not
phone?
do that.
I made it by Visa, yes.
You made it by Visa over the phone?
Yes.
And I kept saying, please do not do that. Because if I would have had anything to do with this, I would have at least made him make sure that he paid the right amount. Because he didn't pay the whole thing.
How much was the mortgage?
$3,000.
Your Honor, I would like to also say some other things that I have here.
Go ahead.
After my husband had left, we've never lived together, but Tim never went home. He asked me if he was getting low on his check, should he reorder some and put them in my address. I told him no, it was too soon. I did not think that this was a good idea. To go open my mailbox 2 weeks later to find a box of checks in his name only in my address. He has also bought siding to my shed that I told him to return.
So?
I also fixed a lot of stuff in the house. Shortly after her husband left.
You cared for her?
Oh, yes. I cared very much.
You cared for her. Did you follow through with your divorce?
It's in the works right now.
What happened to the 2 of you? Just curious.
Well, she couldn't handle my kids. My kids are very outspoken. They tell it as it is, and that's the way I raised them.
They lie.
Just a second. Maybe they're just rude.
No, this is the way we were. We just, told it as this. And she just couldn't handle the way they were.
How old are your children?
I got 4, 22, 21, 19, and 16. And, I love them dearly. And she couldn't handle it, so she, went her way a little while. Before I knew that, she was starting to date another guy from the bar. Past I heard that she was back with her husband again, from what I heard, and here I am.
Is that true?
No, it's not.
You heard wrong.
Yep, okay.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She was very manipulative in what she did a lot of things on.
That's not what you told me.
But I don't loan that type of money without.
Yes, you do. You do if you're in love.
And later today.
Mr. Bridges, what date did they take the computer home?
Forgive me. Oh, great. I'm a little nervous. I apologize.
Don't be nervous. I only eat litigants on Tuesdays. Just Tuesdays.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tim Gray says ex-girlfriend Lisa Ashpole owes for a loan to retain a divorce attorney and a separate loan to pay her mortgage. Lisa says Tim was attempting to buy her love.
Mr. Gray?
Yes.
I am usually not predisposed to finding that monies paid under these circumstances are gifts. I'm usually predisposed to find that even under these circumstances, there is some obligation to repay money. Because if I find that one person is trying to get over on another, I think there's a certain inequity there. If you care for her more than she cares for you, and she's using that and is sort of bilking you for money, I think that that's an immoral thing, and that shouldn't happen. I don't get the sense of that here, sir. I really don't. What I do is sense, Mr. Gray, that you cared for her. You wanted her not to be stressed. You knew she was hardworking, and she was trying to make ends meet. She wasn't getting much money from her husband, the father of these children, and you wanted to help her because you cared for her. You had checks printed with her address. You planned on moving in to her home. You planned on being a family together. So I don't believe that under those circumstances you would have said to her, this is a loan.
But
I don't believe that that happened, sir. I believe that when she was sitting on the bed and being very unhappy because she had all of this mounting debt, you, in a very magnanimous way, like a hero, got up, went to the phone, called your Visa, and said, I want you to pay this bill.
That wasn't the way it happened, Your Honor.
I think it probably was, Mr. Gray.
She was very manipulative in what she did a lot of things on.
That may be true, sir. That's not what you told me
But
before.
I don't loan that type of money without.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You do if you're in love. You do if you're in love. You say, I want us to be together, and I want us to have a future together, and I don't want you to be stressed, and I want to show you that I can help take care of you, and that's what I'm going to do. And I believe that's what you did, Mr. Gray. And while my rulings usually do not go this way, I don't believe she was being manipulative. I believe that you were being in love and reacting appropriately, and unfortunately it didn't work out.
Maybe
you say
I
it was
was.
because of your kids. Maybe it was. But certainly, I don't believe she was being manipulative. I think that in the time that you were together, I think that she probably cared for you. Is that true?
Well, she cared, but she also agreed that she would pay me back.
I don't believe that, Mr. Gray. Your case is dismissed.
Why did I excuse? You may step out.
They're just outspoken.
I don't have a problem with outspokenness because I can be very outspoken as well.
She lied through her way and got her way out of it again.
His 16-year-old slapped my 6-year-old and left a big welt on his buttocks. Yeah.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Beausoleil versus Bridges. Step forward, please.
Doll artist Carol Beausoleil is suing computer business owner Jeff Bridges for a refund on a computer. Carol says Jeff sold an outdated computer to her minor son.
Miss Beausoleil, where is your son?
He didn't come because he's afraid to go on planes, and he just felt really awkward. And
how old is he?
17.
He didn't come because he's embarrassed. I can understand why he would be embarrassed under the circumstances of this case.
Oh, okay.
According to your
you're
complaint,
right.
Miss Beausoleil, your son wanted a computer, and he had a friend who worked in a computer store. Two of you discussed it and thought it would be a good idea for him to go to the computer store where his friend works. Are you the friend?
Yes.
For him to buy a computer, a used computer, because he needed it for the internet.
Right.
So he went with his friend to the computer store owned by the defendant and was sold a used computer with a monitor. The whole package was $420?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning. And you say the computer crashed at some point and you want your money back.
Yeah.
What date did you sell the boy the computer?
Speaking to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
Your
I'm
Honor?
looking at you, I'm talking to you.
Sorry. I sold it on March 28th of 2002, and it was a used computer system.
Okay. And you told him it was used?
Yes, I did.
Did he give you a deposit?
Yes, he gave me a $50 deposit.
Did he take the computer with him?
No, not right away.
So he really put it on layaway?
Yes.
Now, when your son came home, your son was 17 at the time?
Yeah.
Did you discuss with your son that he had found a computer that he liked and he put a $50 deposit on it?
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So did you go down to the computer store to look at it?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, it looked brand new.
Well, you knew it wasn't brand new.
No.
You knew it was used.
It was a few years old.
When did you take the computer home?
It was about a month after. We brought it home.
Just to answer my questions. Your son isn't here, so I have to do this my way. Mr. Bridges, what date did they take the computer home?
Forgive me. Oh, great. I'm a little nervous. I apologize.
Don't be nervous. I only eat litigants on Tuesdays. Just Tuesdays.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Carol Beausoleil says business owner Jeff Bridges sold a worthless computer to her minor son.
Go ahead.
Okay. $328 is what I have.
$328 is the first payment of $50, Mr. Bridges.
I'm sorry. Actually, Your Honor, if I may show these to you, because
Why? If you can't find it, why are you giving it to me? I don't get paid to get tortured, Mr. Bridges.
Well,
she says it was a month later, so let's say it was a month later.
Okay,
they made the final payment, you gave them the computer.
Yes.
All right. Now, Ms. Beausoleil, you now bring the computer home. Who made the last payment, you or your son?
I gave my son the money to go and put down.
All right, after you had already been there to see it.
Right.
Fine.
If I may, Your Honor, she actually came into this, the store to make the last payment and a check.
Well, you had to bring it in the car. We had, you know.
Oh, so you went and made the last payment?
With my son.
Fine. No, you went. You're the adult. Your son is a minor. He cannot enter into a contract.
Right. Okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
If your son had gone in there alone, Mr. Bridges might have had a problem. But your son didn't go there alone. He went there with you, Miss Beausoleil.
Right.
You knew you weren't getting any guarantee with the computer.
Oh, yeah, there's a guarantee. I have a guarantee here.
Let me see it.
And I have this over here that I underlined.
Let's see what the guarantee is. Well, where's the guarantee?
At the very bottom.
It says all repairs are guaranteed for 30 days.
But, I mean, as far as the warranty, too. There's a warranty on it.
Listen, help me out here. Just let her point it to you, Bird. You can point it to me, and then make my life easier.
May I speak?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, he reassured me, I mean, you know, because we were going to have it fixed, and then...
Miss Beausoleil, there was no warranty with this computer. The piece of paper that you gave me said that all repairs done by them are guaranteed for 30 days. You have a document there that does not have a warranty. Is that correct?
Okay, but on the day we picked it up, from that date on, we still had the 30 days.
No! You don't have 30 days. You didn't have a computer repaired. You bought a computer, a used computer that came without a warranty, which is exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's getting harder. Now, you bring the computer home.
Mm-hmm.
What happened when you got it home?
So he set everything up, the technician helped him, and then the system stated it wasn't internet ready, that he needed a lot more RAM. So that was fine. So Linus offered his assistance and added these few things for the computer. And then when I called Jeffrey...
Linus? Is that your name?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, that's my
Yes is all I need from you.
So
he came over and he added stuff for the
Yeah,
for the
which was
computer.
nice. I mean, we didn't think there was a problem with the computer.
Good.
We thought
Next.
it just needs a few RAMs. So then I called Mr. Bridges to tell him, and he says, well, you know what, Carol, the new modem, it's in the mail. It hasn't arrived yet, but you can use the one we have. But, you know, I just closed my business. He was open for a month. And I figured, well, we'll
Did
just
it
have
work? Listen to me. Did it work after Linus put in the RAMs or doodads or whatever it did? Did it work?
It was
for a day, for 2 days, for 5 days.
It worked for some game procedures, but it was very slow.
I don't care if it was slow or not.
Yeah.
It's an old thing, as my husband says. You know, when he has a computer and it's more than 6 months old, he says to me, oh, it's a dinosaur. I need a new computer. You know?
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah.
So what are you complaining about?
Well, when I talked to DSL, they said they couldn't, that we couldn't deal with DSL. So in other words, my son couldn't go on internet. He couldn't go on the internet.
What do you want from me? What do you want from Mr. Bridges? You should have made all of these inquiries before you bought the computer. Before you bought the computer. You bought a computer that did not have any warranties whatsoever on it.
Yeah, but he gave me his phone number and said, Carol, if anything goes wrong, just give me a call. So I did. He hung up on me. I had to call the police, and then he did.
What'd you call the police for?
Because he called me a controlling, and he pressed the button. He pressed the button.
So
and it's
you
like,
bothered the police with that?
No, but it seems like when he sold the computer, and after we had it in our house, oh, well, no big deal. I mean,
that's what happens. He's a merchant. Ms. Bosley, do your homework better the next time. If you buy something that's used, especially a computer, what I suggest you do is, I suggest you read all kinds of magazines, get a hold of Consumer Reports, get a hold of everything else, and make an informed judgment. When you're buying something used, it's no different from buying it off the street, unless you get a guarantee from someone that they will honor repairing, maintaining it, or whatever for a period of time.
Well,
the fact that he went out of business, he doesn't have to stay in business to satisfy you. If he can't make a living, he's entitled to go out of business.
Yeah.
You bought a computer with no recourse because you have no guarantee. And anything that's not in your contract, the fact that he gave you his phone number, you cannot amend a written contract, which is what you have, with an oral statement, call me if you have any problems. That's what everybody says. That's like the check is in the mail. You know, call me with any problems. Ms. Bosley, you should be wise enough.
Common law wife, 25-year-old customer service rep, Rebecca Cardisco, for a series of unpaid loans. Rebecca says the money was meant for her children's Christmas gifts.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 193 on the calendar in the matter of Harris versus Cardisco.
Thank you, Bird.
Quite welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat.
Miss Harris, is this your son?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the son that has 2 children with this lady?
Yes, ma'am.
It is your claim that the defendant owes you some money for a series of loans. She and your son, I assume, lived together or were together for a period of time because according to what I've read, they have 2 children together.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are your grandchildren?
3 and 1. And John also has 2 stepsons, which were Rebecca's children.
Well, they were never married.
No, but he has custody of them.
He has custody of her 2 children that are not his biological children.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have custody of all 4 children. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is wrong with you? Shh, quiet.
We went through we're going through custody right now.
No. I could understand when you have a custody dispute involving parents, 2 biological parents, judge has to weigh what's in a child's best interest. But when a judge, unless the judge is educated on Jupiter, gives non-biological children to not even a step-parent, because the 2 of you were never married, to somebody else, there has to be something wrong with you. Do you have a drug problem, an alcohol problem?
I did, Your Honor. I did have a drug problem, and he doesn't have full custody of the children. It's going through social services.
Well, but who do they live with 5 days a week?
Right now, him.
Fine. So, and they go to school from his house?
Yes.
So right now he has custody?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you in a drug program?
Yes, I am.
Did you go into a residential program?
When I get back in town, I am.
So you are not now in a residential drug program?
No, but I'm in an outpatient program right now.
How long were you using drugs?
For 3 years. After I had my daughter, I got in a car wreck and had a lot of back problems.
Oh, everybody has back problems. But not everybody becomes addicted to drugs. Okay. Tell me about the loans.
Okay. Basically met Becky in March of '98 when she was living with her another boyfriend in the same complex we did. They broke up and she needed a place to stay, and she finagled her way into my house and lived with us for a couple months, and then her and John started a relationship. Then the first grandchild was born in 9 of '99, and from that point on, it started being just a big con. Every couple months, every couple weeks, she needed this or needed that or needed help with this. Then they broke up for a while, and she had her own apartment and would hold the baby almost hostage. If you want to see your granddaughter, you'll give me this. She had a car wreck in 11 of '99, and that's when she got her back hurt and started taking Vicodin and Zoma and got addicted to them. And then she got pregnant again with my second granddaughter and had her
also no testament to his good judgment.
Yes.
Okay.
And she was born in March of 2001.
Now, when she lived with you, she also lived with you with her other 2 children?
Yes, ma'am. I supported her and her 2 children then. And then after the second baby was born, she really got deep into the drugs. She, at one point, had 8 drug felonies on her. 2 of them were where she used my name to get the drugs. And she was actually able to con her way out of those charges. She got something called drug court, where she gets to go in and talk to somebody once a week. And
at what point did they remove the children?
In May of this year.
Were either of the girls born with any sort of drugs in their system?
No, ma'am.
Were either of them tested?
No, ma'am, so there's no way to know for sure.
Where does your son live now, Miss Harris?
My son lives in Fort Collins with the children, and I travel there every day to help him with the children.
Stand up. Who takes care of the children?
Oh, I do. My mother helps.
You work?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
How do you support yourself?
Right now, I don't have a place to live. That's why when I go back, I'm going into treatment.
How do you expect her to give you any money?
In July of this year, Becky claimed she got a $50,000 insurance settlement.
Did
she
you?
went out and bought a new car.
No, I
Did
didn't.
you?
No, I didn't. My grandmother.
Did you get any money?
My grandmother gave me a couple thousand to get me a car so I could get a job.
And what'd you do with the car?
It broke down.
Did you ever tell Miss Harris that you got a settlement for something?
I did tell her I had gotten some money and that I would give her some. I did tell her that. But I didn't have any. And as far as...
You didn't have any what?
I didn't have any money.
So what you told her was a lie?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money do you owe her?
I do owe her money. She did give me money for Christmas. I'm not going to say I don't owe her anything, because I do.
So I'm asking, how much do you owe her?
I don't know for sure. I mean,
how much does she owe you for Christmas?
For Christmas alone, $800. But prior to that, I gave her $500 for rent in November, $500 again rent for January and and I even had to take loans out from where I worked for me to survive because I was giving her money.
Did you expect to get that money back?
Yes,
Ms.
I
Harris,
did.
my question is, seriously, did you expect to get that money back from her? And I mean, you can get a judgment, but I'm going to ask you honestly.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is she going to get the money from?
She would actually sit there on the phone in front of me and be talking to the insurance guy. Actually sit there talking to him, but she actually wasn't talking to him. And she was having a conversation with nobody. Yes, I'll come down and get that check. At one point, I mean, several times she was supposed to pick up a check. She had John and I believing she got a $50,000 check. She was throwing money around. She went and got a $150 perm. She gave me a $100 bill one time to thank me for watching her kids because she'd been out of the house for almost 3 months. I actually thought she was getting a settlement. Then I find this letter in the house. She settled for next to nothing in November of 2000.
Let me see.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You didn't tell them that you were settling it. You just wanted the money right away.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I know. But you're doing drugs. You need some money for drugs. Nonsense. Nonsense.
And later today,
if she's the co-signer on a note for your car, then you're supposed to pay for the car.
Right, which I pay her for.
Let's go slowly, Mr. Gaffney. My father didn't raise idiots.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rosemary Harris says her son's former common-law wife, Rebecca Cardisco, owes for several unpaid loans. Rosemary claims Rebecca is a drug addict.
So you settled this accident claim despite the fact that you had an attorney. How much did you settle it for?
I think it was around $800. The attorney said that they couldn't get any more, and if they could, it was going to take a long while.
You didn't tell them that you were settling it. You just wanted the money right away.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I know. That's what you did. You had a lawyer. They got fed up with you because you settled with this company after they had made some expenditures. But you're doing drugs. You need some money. You need some money for drugs. Look, as far as I can see, she owes you for 3 months' rent and $800 for Christmas. She doesn't know how much she owes you. That's $2,300. Has she, I assume, not given you any child support for the 3 children?
Not as of yet, no.
Have you worked in the last 5 years?
Yes, Your Honor, and he did receive child support last month.
How much?
I gave him $500.
From where?
Between him and his mother.
From where?
I got some money from my grandmother.
From your grandmother?
She gave me some money to give him for the children. He said that he needed it for the children. And I have a job.
Do you use drugs or do you sell them occasionally?
I don't do either. I've been clean.
Judge, there is a judgment now. She's supposed to pay $575 a month.
Good. That's what she's supposed to do. Somebody else is taking care of your children. In the meantime, she owes you $2,300. Miss Cardisco, I wish you good luck in residential treatment. If you want it to be successful, you have to stay there. You can't go in there for 6 weeks, or for 4 weeks, or for 12 weeks and say it's over. You have to stay there. What is it, a year or 18 months? Is that what they want you to stay?
60 days. 60 days.
Nonsense! Nonsense! Bert and I were in family court between us for more years than you're alive. And no residential program where you just go for 60 days is going to keep you off drugs permanently. You have to go into a drug-free environment for a long time. You've been on drugs for at least 3 years. Don't kid yourself. 60 days is not going to do it. 30 days is not going to do it. You have to do it. You have children. You made children. They need you. Do you get it? They need you. Stay with it. Find the right place and stay there. You're a young woman. How old?
25.
25. Got a lot of years ahead. They can be miserable. You can have a miserable life, or you can have a happy life. You still have another 50 years of happiness, or you have 50 years of misery. Choice is yours. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Becky's nothing but a con.
I do have problems and I have issues, but they're not any better than I am. Any better.
I'm the primary caregiver because Becky's a drug addict.
I never kept her grandchildren from her. I was afraid she was going to try to take off or do something with them. I didn't know what she's capable of. I mean, she just made me look like an idiot in there.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Gaffney versus Gaffney. Step forward.
Sunday school teacher Betty Gaffney is suing her son, 23-year-old Bill Gaffney, for stealing money from her bank account. Bill says he only took enough to make his car payment.
Mrs. Gaffney, the defendant is your son.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that your son took your ATM card, which you gave him, along with your PIN number.
Yes, ma'am.
And the reason you gave him your bank card was to make a withdrawal for money for a prescription for you.
Yes, ma'am.
And he took the card, he got the prescription filled, and then he proceeded over a period of time to clean out your bank account.
Yes, ma'am.
Your son says he just took money for a car payment, a couple of $100s. Why did you need your son to pick up the prescription for you, and when did this happen?
On the 15th of February, I had surgery prior to that, and I could not drive the car because the cast was on my right leg. So he took me to the doctor, and then when we got back, I had a prescription, so I asked him to go fill it, and I gave him my ATM card. He came back.
You gave him your ATM card, but you also had to give him a PIN number.
Yes, ma'am. I gave him my PIN number.
Had he ever had the PIN number before?
Not on this card because we changed it to make it simpler to remember, but prior to him getting married and moving out, he did run errands for us, and I never had any problems with him whatsoever.
Great.
On that day, I felt really uncomfortable when he came back, so I kind of slid the card underneath some papers on the breakfast bar.
So he returned the card to you?
Yes, ma'am, he did. And then...
How much was the prescription?
It was about $15.
Okay.
He went on about his business, and my husband asked me we only had one card at that time. My husband asked me a couple of days later where the ATM card was, and I couldn't find it. Thinking it was the medication I was on that I couldn't remember, I just said, I'll find it, I'll find it. Then a couple of weeks later, my husband asked me to transfer money. I called, and they said there was only like $59 in the bank. I said, something's wrong. And I called the bank back and found all these withdrawals that I knew that we had not done because we didn't have a card.
Over what period of time, from the 15th of February, to what date were these withdrawals made from your account?
Through the 25th.
Of February?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, can you tell me what proof you have that it was your son that made these withdrawals?
I had the loss prevention department at the credit union, knowing the ones that I had not done through my checkbook. I had them to pull pictures from the ATM cameras. The first ones that I asked for...
Can I have that envelope, please? All right, Mr. Gaffney, you say in your answer that you filled your mom's prescription, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct.
And that you also took out money for car payment.
Right, which I gave to her because it's co-signed, so it was the car payment money that comes out of her account. I just don't want to give it to her until I got paid from work in order to give it back to her because she was wanting my money for the car payment.
Mr. Gaffney, that was a lot of double talk. If she's the co-signer on a note for your car, then you're supposed to pay for the car.
Right, which I pay her for it.
Let's go slowly, Mr. Gaffney. My father didn't raise idiots. I assume she's not paying for your car. Is that right?
Well, actually, the last 6 months we have had to pay for the car and the insurance.
Why?
Because he was not working and he was not
What
paying.
about in February?
I don't remember about the car payment in February. It's been quite a while that we have been making the car payments.
So you took out how much from the bank to make the car payment?
$300.
What'd you do with the money?
I gave her back $200 of it.
How much is the car payment?
$220.
Well, you withdrew $300. What'd you do with the other $80?
Probably spent it on groceries, something like that, because I wasn't working.
Well, did you tell her about that?
No, I didn't tell her about the $300 I took out either until later when she asked me about it.
Oh, but that's all you said you took out, and that was all on the same day, is that right?
Correct.
That was all on the 15th of February, that you took out $300 that you never told her about, and the $15 for the prescription.
Right.
Is that right? So if there were pictures here that show you taking out money from her ATM after the 15th of February, these pictures would be mistaken. Is that right?
Could be.
I don't understand what that means, Mr. Gaffney. Could be. You never saw these pictures before, is that right?
Correct.
So what you're telling me is, sir, that if I were to look at these pictures and it showed, let's say, that on the 20th of February, you're using her ATM card, then that might refresh your recollection that you did, in fact, use the ATM card.
She could have went, because she was on my account, she could have went and got pictures of me using my own ATM card.
No, the bank is only sending pictures, sir, of transaction when you are using her ATM card.
Well, if she's got pictures, I'd like to see them, because I don't
So
believe
is it possible, sir, before I look at these pictures, is it possible, sir, that you used the ATM card, hers, at a time after February 15th?
Not to my recollection.
Well, I want you to think hard, sir. I mean, it's much easier, Mr. Gaffney, for you to say to me, listen, my family was in a difficult position. I didn't have any money. I took back the ATM card, and I took out another $1,000 or whatever it was. I needed it. I needed it for groceries. I needed it to feed myself and my family. It was a mistake. It was the wrong thing to do. That's an answer. If it's not true, then it's not true. Then I'll look. It's not true. You never used it after that.
Nope.
Well, you used it on the 18th.
How many pictures does she have of me? Just one?
I'm asking you, sir. I see. Are you chewing gum?
No, I'm not chewing gum.
You mean it's just a nervous tick that you have?
Must be.
Uh-huh. Fresh mouth. He used it on the 18th. He stole money from his mother on the 18th. He stole money from his mother on the 24th. He stole money from his mother on the 25th. Well, at least on those occasions I can actually see it. Some of the pictures are a little bit blurry, but on those occasions he actually did. Listen,
Your Honor.
Does he have children?
One on the way.
Is one on the way?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
The credit union told me that...
you can't tell me what the credit
I'm
union
sorry.
told you. That's hearsay.
Well, I have a letter from them. He'd covered the... You can see where he was covering the cameras.
Oh, I see where the camera is covered on certain days when your
And
card is being used, but on certain days he wasn't smart enough. Can I see the statement that you have from the
Yes,
bank?
ma'am.
Thank you. Does your son use drugs?
I don't believe so. I
Good.
do know that he was drinking quite a bit. He makes a lousy drunk.
You must have gotten very frustrated.
Must get it
with
from
him.
you then.
He hasn't worked for at least 6 months?
Yes, ma'am.
To collect unemployment insurance?
I told him that he needed to go down and apply, and he never did, so
Why is
he didn't
that?
get it.
Because I didn't get fired. I quit my job. I just walked out, and I just didn't
Why?
go down there. Because they weren't supporting me, and they wanted me to work 90 hours a week and get paid for 40. So I got tired of it after about 3 months and walked.
I can understand your frustration, sir. But I had a very, very wise grandmother who used to say to me, you don't throw out the dirty water until you have clean, especially when you have a family to take care of so that you don't have to steal from your mother. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,082. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Gotcha.
She keeps talking about these photos.
Is suing her ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old Andrew Erickson, for money owed from a botched eBay sale and for damaging her car while trying to park.
All rise. This is case number 99 on the calendar in the matter of Chandler versus Erickson. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat, please.
Miss Chandler, Mr. Erickson used to be your boyfriend. Did you ever live together?
No, we'd talked about it, but never acted on it.
Your complaint is threefold. You sort of got the whole kitchen sink here.
Yeah.
Wanted to get everything off your chest now that the romance is over. I understand that. Not necessarily sympathetic yet, but I understand it. About a year ago, Mr. Erickson asked you to sell something for a family friend on your eBay account. And what he asked you to sell was supposedly a rare coin. You sold it, and the person who purchased it complained that it was a fake. They had already received the coin. There was a charge back to your account. So you were out $800 and some odd dollars. Is that right?
That's correct.
That was a year ago, June.
Right.
Subsequently, you opened up a joint bank account with him. But neither he nor this family member ever paid you back this $800.
Right.
Why not?
He had promised to pay me the money. When he had the money, he barely had a job.
Barely had a job, and you opened up a joint bank account with him? Why?
It was to make money, Your Honor. It was to sell items on eBay for my aunt. I agreed to go into it with him.
Why?
In order to pay back some of the money from the coin with the items that we sold on eBay.
He had no job. It was your aunt's property. Your money. Why would you open a joint account with him?
Because he would have been able to help me like package the stuff and get the stuff ready to go, and which would have been worth money. So I agreed to open the bank account for him with him so that I wouldn't get caught in case something like that happened again.
Miss Chandler, I don't think so. I think you opened up a joint bank account with him because you were smitten with him.
It was strictly for eBay, Your Honor. We didn't have any other money go into there other than stuff for eBay.
Well, that's interesting because the second cause of action that you have is for some sort of overdrawn check that he put in the account.
Right. That was for my aunt's check bounce, the one that I wrote to her for the items that she'd given us to put on eBay, you know, because we were only taking a percentage to sell it for her. And so my aunt's check bounced. And
what does that have to do with him?
Because he was on the account with me. And the reason that it bounced was because of him. He is the only person that took money out of that account.
So what you're saying to me is, Ms. Chandler, that this checking account that you had was to be used for eBay, but he used it for other things.
Right, which I wasn't aware of because
That's what happens, Miss Chandler, when you open up a joint checking account with somebody. That's why I'm saying to you.
I want you to understand that I'm not suing for any of the money that was in the checking account.
So what are you suing for?
The only thing that I'm suing for is that it is negative now, close to $500, which I am partially liable for, and
Absolutely.
I didn't make any of the charges. I have all the documentation right here.
Listen to me. Then you are asking the court to find him responsible for that $500 negative balance.
Right, which he caused.
Well, I'm saying to you, you're asking me to go back, look at this joint bank account, which either of you can take money out of and either of you can put money into and say who put money in and who took money out. And I'm not prepared to do that.
They're all charges from him.
So?
I just don't feel that I should be responsible for a negative balance that he solely caused. And he told me that this was after the fact because he told me that he took my name off the account. The negative balance only happened after we broke up.
Different story. When did he tell you he took your name off the account?
Let's see, the 9th month, September.
Mr. Erickson?
Never said that, Your Honor.
Were you no longer together in September?
That's correct.
Well, then why would you have a joint bank account with her?
We never closed the account together, Your Honor. That's
well,
all.
then, Mr. Erickson,
yes.
If you were no longer together after September of 2005, and the withdrawals that were made were yours,
the majority
after September of 2005.
After September, I've never used it, Your Honor.
Show me, after September.
From here on, Your Honor, all the highlighting in pink is all from his card. You can just flip through the pages there. And I had no idea.
Shh.
Is my name on that, Your Honor?
No, but the card number is.
Right, but I'm saying it could be her number.
If you flip to the beginning, Your Honor, there was one charge that I made while we were still together, which will be highlighted in yellow, which will show my card number. It should be for the amount of $100.
You have two totally different card numbers.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so you took all this money out for whatever. You went to McDonald's, you bought something for $2, you put it on this thing. You had an ATM withdrawal, cash withdrawal, $20. Cash withdrawal, $927. On your card, sir, $461. So you used this card. after
did,
the two
Your
of you broke up?
Yes.
Okay, so why should she be responsible for that?
She used it too, Your Honor. And most of the money we made on eBay.
No, she didn't use it at all after September.
Okay, Your Honor. But what I'm saying is, the stuff we sold on eBay, $70 of that was the stuff that she brought in. Everything else, I brought in. I sold on eBay, I shipped it, everything. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying to you is if you broke up in September, I believe her when she said you're going to take her name off the account so that she's not responsible for it anymore. That sounds logical. And your negative balance now is $500. Let's talk about this coin collection. Did you ask her to sell this coin collection
Yes,
for
I
you?
did, and it was on her account.
Yes, I know that it was on her account.
Yes.
And it turned out to be a fake. Your defense to that is she should have been smart enough to have it authenticated.
That's right, Your Honor. She should have taken it to a coin shop before we sold it and got verification.
Why didn't you do that?
It wasn't on my account, Your Honor. I wanted her to sell it on eBay. She should have had the, decency to do it herself.
Who was this friend that you got the coin from?
Friend of my mom's.
Name!
Marianne.
Shh, just a second. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, sir. Is she still alive?
Yes, she is.
Good. You pay for it, and then you sue her and say, I've been forced to make this payment, and you have to pay me.
Okay.
Instead of standing there and just looking pretty. You got to have something up here. Beauty fades, dumb as forever, Mr. Erickson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Works as well for boys as it does for girls.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't think that you seriously anticipated that he was going to pay you to have this car fixed. And if you did, then you were operating in fantasy land.
And later today,
I can tell the difference between a made-up story and a story that has the ring of truth to it. What she just told me has the ring of truth to it. Do you understand?
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Erica Chandler claims ex-boyfriend Andrew Erickson owes for a botched eBay sale and for damage to her car.
Now, the last part of your lawsuit, Ms. Chandler, says that he damaged your car while you were together. You want to tell me about that?
Yes.
When was it?
That would have been March 4th of 2005. He told me, Your Honor, that
he damaged your car in March of 2005, and if he didn't pay you for it, I wouldn't have sold the coin for him in June. I wouldn't have opened up a joint bank account for him in July. I would have shown him his walking papers.
I understand, Your Honor, but he said he was going to take it to a friend of his to
He
have
didn't
it,
do it, and he didn't do it March, April, May, June. If he didn't do it in 4 months, then you don't do him another favor and sell a coin for him. And if he didn't do it March, April, May, June, July, you don't open up a joint bank account with him unless you're smitten. And if you're smitten, that means you... so he damaged the car a little bit. Mr. Erickson, your defense is that she should have had insurance, and if she didn't have insurance, she asked me to drive her someplace, and she should have used her insurance, so it's not my problem. That's what you say. You know, you really should consider yourself very lucky. I don't know whether he means this answer to be a reflection of his character. If he does, you're very lucky that he's not in your life anymore.
He uses
If he doesn't mean it, he shouldn't have said it to be flip. But meanwhile, I don't think that you seriously anticipated that he was going to pay you to have this car fixed. And if you did, then you were operating in fantasy land.
The reason, Your Honor, that I didn't turn it into my insurance and I didn't take care of it right away is because I had a $1,000 deductible on my car, and I knew that it wasn't going to be $1,000 to fix that. And I didn't have the money to fix it.
So, is it fixed now?
No, it is not.
And you're still driving the car?
Yes.
15 months later?
Yes, I'm waiting for him to pay me.
He's not. He's not going to pay you. So you know how you've looked at the scratch on the car for the last 15 months? You're going to continue to look at the scratch. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,381. Mr. Erickson?
That's right.
One of these days, someone is going to take advantage of you. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there to sort of give you a wink. You have to do the right thing in this world, otherwise things come back and bite you in the behind. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Not always. May not happen tomorrow. May not happen the next day, but I'm telling you this, Mr. Erickson, it has been my life experience that when you don't do the right thing and treat people fairly, eventually it comes back to get you. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He just uses people.
I think she's just a sad individual.
He's sleeping with men right now for money.
Oh, God. No, that's not true.
And he's not even gay.
She was sleeping with me when she was with her boyfriend.
Last time Mr. Erickson and I met, he tried to beat me and burn me with a cigarette.
He called me talking crap, and I went over there.
And he was drunk, and he was flailing like a stroke victim.
Be careful who you trust.
He's not exactly the type you take home to mom.
Stay away from, well, I wouldn't say women in general, but try to pick them better.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Benedict versus Campbell Peterson. Step forward, please.
22-year-old former nanny, Carrie Benedict, is suing former employers, 20-year-old Allie Campbell and her husband David Peterson for unpaid wages.
Ms. Benedict, your claim is that the defendants owe you money for work that you did for them in the capacity of a nanny for their 1-year-old child.
Yes, Your Honor.
The defendants say that while you did, in fact, work for them for a very short period of time, your agreement was that the first week that you worked there would be a free week, which means you would not get paid for it. That's your defense. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you answer an ad that they put in the paper, or did they answer an ad that you put in the paper?
I had found them on GoNannies.com on the internet and responded and sent them an email regarding.
So you posted your ad on GoNannies.com? Is that a website?
We had 2 ads posted, one on GoNannies and one on eNannies.com.
Okay, when did you post the ad?
Back in March.
Do you have a copy of it?
No, I don't.
Do you?
No, ma'am.
Do you recall what it said?
It said that we were looking for a nanny for...
Because that's a whole long thing. Do you remember what the ad said?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did it say?
It had regarding their occupation and that she was a model and he was a business entrepreneur. They were an active family. They needed somebody that could be flexible in their hours and be active with their child. That it was $500 a week and that any hours worked more than 40 would be compensated.
So you answered the ad?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have a face-to-face meeting prior to starting work?
Yes, we did have a formal interview.
When was that?
It was about a week before I started.
Give me the date, please.
I don't have the...
Do you have the date?
We met with her on March 22nd.
Where?
At our home.
Okay. What are your work hours?
I am a wedding consultant. I work from, depending on when the weddings are, I work for...
Weddings are usually in the evening?
Yes, it is. I work till about 2 a.m.
And what kind of work do you do?
I'm a marketing director for K Designers, so I'm a salesman basically.
And you work during the day?
During the day and some evenings because I'm on appointments, so.
Fine. Who were taking care of the baby before?
We had a nanny before, and she moved out of state, and so I was looking for a new one. My mom did help when she could.
What was the name of the previous nanny?
Carolee.
How long did she work for you?
She worked for us for about a month.
Prior to that, who took care of the baby?
My mom.
So it's a fair statement that you've only had one nanny, according to you, for a month.
Yes.
So Carolee came to work for you and then moved?
Yes.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Right. You know anything about that, Miss Benedict?
Yes, Your Honor, I actually do. During that interview, they had said that young girl named Carolee, she was flying from Oregon, that she had found her on GoNannies.com as well, and they wanted to have the opportunity to interview her too, and initially they weren't going to hire me, they hired her. She was there over the weekend, and they fired her, and that's why I was called, because Allie told me that the nanny that they had from Oregon had boy issues that they were not aware of, and she went back to Oregon.
So when you went for the interview on March 22nd, take your hands out of your pockets. When you went for the interview on March 22nd, you were told that they were going to interview this other girl from Oregon as well?
Yes, ma'am.
That's when you were told about it?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the other girl got the job?
Yes, Your Honor.
On March 22nd or March 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you called to say that you got the job?
I was called at 10:30 a.m. Tuesday, March 28th, and I started at 11:30 a.m.
You're Miss Campbell?
Yes.
I want to tell you something. I don't want you to play with me. See, I can tell the difference between a made-up story and a story that has the ring of truth to it. What she just told me has the ring of truth to it. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I hardly believe a word that comes out of your mouth, Miss Campbell. I don't think you'd know the truth if it came up and slapped you in the face.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Nanny Carrie Benedict claims former employers Allie Campbell and David Peterson owe for unpaid wages. The couple says Carrie was an irresponsible caretaker.
Now, who worked for you between the 22nd of March and the 27th of March?
We didn't have a nanny between then. I interviewed this girl from Oregon who I did not like, and she did not get the job.
Well, you just told me that Carolee worked for you.
I'm
speaking. You just told me that she worked for you for a month.
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
Which month?
She worked for me between February and March.
February what?
She worked for me between February 6th, and she left March 10th.
And are you telling me that nobody watched your child between the 22nd of March and the 28th of March?
My mom did.
சிரிப்பு சத்தம் கேட்கலையே செல்ல கண்ணா உன்னை என்ன பிரிச்சதெந்த சாமிக்கு மேல் கோபம் என்ன
அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாம மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில அடியே பாடி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாம மனச தவிக்க விட்ட மயில நீயோ நானும் ஒன்னா வாழ்ந்த காலம் எல்லாம் அண்ணா இப்போ போனதடி நீயும் சொல்லு காரணத்தை முன்னால வாடி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாம மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில வாடி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாம மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில நீயும் பேசி போனதான் இப்ப மோசம் போனதான் மனசு நொந்தே நானும் தான் நீயா வந்து பேசி சிரிச்ச என் மனச கலைச்ச உன்னை ஏனாலும் நினைச்ச அடி நீயும் என்ன மறந்தது போயேனடி உன் மாமா மனசு தவிக்கிது போதானடி முழுசா எனக்குள் வந்த பின்னு என்ன நைசா கழட்டி விட்டதுன்னு காதல் பேர நீயும் சொல்லி என்ன கதற விட்டு போனதுன்னு அடியே பாடி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாம மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில அது பள்ளிக்கூடம் தான் போகுது நாளும் கனவில் தான் காலம் முழுக்க ஒன்ன நானும் தான் மகாராணி போலதான் பார்த்துக்க ஆசை வச்சேன்தான் ஆசையெல்லாம் வெறும் கனவா போச்சடி என் உடம்புக்குள்ள உயிர் மூச்சு நீ அடி ஒரு வார்த்தை நீயோ சொல்லு இல்ல உயிரோடு என்ன கொல்லு ஒரு வார்த்தை நீயும் சொல்லு இல்ல உயிரோடு என்ன கொல்லு அடியே பாட்டி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாம மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில நீயும் நானும் ஒன்னா வாழ்ந்த காலம் எல்லாம் அண்ணா இப்ப போனதடி நீயும் சொல்லு காரணத்தை முன்னால வாடி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாமா மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில இந்த மாமா மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில அடியே வாடி அத்த பெத்த மவல இந்த மாமா மனசு தவிக்க விட்ட மயில